in Calgary, just outside of the city. They built one with like tires and everything, and it was like featured in some documentary about the Earth homes. Yeah, it's like a different way to live. Especially when it gets to like minus 40 here. I'm like, oh, that's a little bit too cold. It's like the ground's frozen. So it's different than in New Mexico.
Yeah, here in New Mexico, there's a place north about 2 hours where I used to work. They actually have a village of Earth homes. Supposedly Arnold Schwarzenegger has a house there. And anyways, yeah, they built them out of everything that Yellow said. Basically, tires, glass. They build them inside, like inset into a hillside, so that the one side of the house is totally insulated, and then the other side that's facing south has all. That's how our house is built. It's not built into a hill, but it's facing south for the maximum amount of solar. So, like if you look you can see on those are the you see the
wow.
Those are the windows, and those windows help heat the house. So they thought of pretty. I didn't build this house. We're the second owner, but the owners that built it. Hey, buddy. My son just got here. Hey, you want to say hi to my friends? Hi.
That's a little presumptuous, isn't it?
Hello. Yeah, presumptuous. Hola. Unbeknownst to all my Twitter friends and my friends.
All right. Well, let's get this started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome in. You made it to another episode of the Meme Factory Podcast. This is stream test number 90. Any of you watch with any regularity, you'll know we'll never have a real stream, only the tests. That way we can't get shut down because it's not really happening. So, this evening, we are joined by Jerry Garcia, famous band member. Jerry, if you could give everybody a elevator pitch of who you are and what you do in the Bitcoin space, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. My name is Jeremy Garcia. I got into Bitcoin in November of 2020. And since then, I can't stop eating, breathing, living, dreaming about it. I'm in Bitcoin primarily for Bitcoin education. So Satoshi's Journal is basically our news media education company. I used to write for Bitcoin Magazine. I did like 8 articles, and I thought I could do something better.
Than Bitcoin Magazine?
Whoa.
Well, no, I say that with all humility. I don't mean to say I'm going to make it better. What I mean is there's some things I didn't like that they did there that I thought I could do better. So I basically started Satoshi Journal. That was actually how it was incepted. So I just have my first children's book. This is inspired by my son, and all future kids, hopefully they'll read it. But I have all the children's books, so I want to make sure that as much Bitcoin education for children is out there. So if you guys don't have any of these books, these are the books you need for your kids. I have all of them, and if you know of any that I'm not showing you, please tell me. But yeah, education is the most important thing, especially for the kids. But as the adults read those children's books, they can learn as well. So that's the quick spill on me, I guess.
Good. Yeah, I don't want to get too in depth on that before we get some of these necessaries out of the way. So I don't know if you've seen the show before, but one of the requirements of our sponsors is that they require the guests to read the ad copy so that we can get paid. If you could do me a favor, pop into your DMs and check the ad copy that we just sent over to you. As soon as you can rip through that, then we get our Bitcoin. We get paid our Bitcoin. You're sideways right now, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay. Yeah. For some reason, it's showing me as sideways. Okay. Am I better now?
No, you're still sideways. You just highlighted sideways. There we go.
There we
go. Okay. All right. So
turned around.
I got the DM. Well, I'm using my phone, so I'm sorry.
I can see. This is gonna be fantastic.
This is great.
Do what you need to do, man. This is how we
go. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, step right up. Are you tired of being rejected from normie amusement park rides? Well, keep looking up, Short Kings. Introducing, for the first time ever, Satoshi's Short King Dom, the one and only amusement park exclusively designed for Bitcoin-loving Short Kings, where being closer to the ground makes you closer to the fun. We separate ourselves from the competition by thinking like our customer base, more down to earth. No more standing on your tiptoes for that roller coaster safety bar. No, sir. Our mini maxi coaster, which is just a monorail, will give you all the thrills at a height just right for you. Worried about that tall maxi competition? Anyone over 5'2" is banned from the rides. Big Sean Harris, banned. American Huddle, banned. And for the icing on the cake, our teacup ride with built-in high chairs. Experience the feeling of being as high up as a grown-up. That's right, a gravity-defying tea party that is sure to delight every bit as much as our beloved Tiny Tilt of World. So come on down to Satoshi Short King. Where we're always looking up, never down. The fun starts with the slingshot ride at the front, which is just a normal slingshot with a Short King size seating. All right.
Excellent. Well
Oh,
done.
Nice. Let's
fantastic.
go.
Well done.
Can we get paid now?
I think we get paid now. Yep. All right. So that out of the way. We're going to send you over to Becca, who should have some sandwiches pre-made for you to take a look at and possibly order.
Yeah, I got a few options for you today. Sandwich and we got some other things. We got Satoshi sandwich. So just a classic open face ham and cheese sandwich, melted, a melt with fresh pineapple. And we got our new fad here, yum, yum, gang, gang, like spicy hot sandwich. And our next special is the roll over flatbread, yum, yum. So this is also very much like Satoshi's sandwich. It's a Hawaii flatbread, and this one's flattened by Satoshi's own vehicle, which rumor has was a 1996 Toyota RAV4. And this one's delivered by check engine like Maxis. So, it definitely won't have any extra rubber on it. And then we have Yellow's Don't Stop Believing Steak Sammy. It's been marinated in Red Bull for 619 days.
That's awesome.
Let's leave it up there so you can read it.
Oh, that's all right. So, can I just get all three, or do I have to choose one?
You can select all three. That definitely works. So we'll have those.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up drinking Yellows because it's been saturated for so long. But
yeah,
that'll be.
You're drinking yellow.
Yeah, he's drinking
exciting.
all that Malacca. That's nice.
Yeah, that's great.
him and Rope together.
Oh, wrecked.
All right, man. So talk to me about this Satoshi's Journal journey. You decided you can do better than Bitcoin Magazine, which I understand is a low bar to begin with.
Yeah.
Then what happens? How does that manifest itself?
So my favorite thing to do is writing. I love to write. So I started writing for them, and
Nerd.
I got the 8 articles, and I just didn't like being. I didn't be like censored. I don't like being censored. If I write something, I want it to be the final product. So that's something that we do different. Satoshi's Journal is anyone that submits, I read it for what it is, and I keep it as virgin as possible. And then we also, I never got paid. I didn't really want to get paid, but I thought it's incentivizing to get paid. So we just recently added tipping feature to Satoshi's Journal where if you write for us, you get tips. And before that, we were giving 25,000 Satoshis for a person's first article and 10,000 Satoshis for the second article. And then the other thing that I didn't like was just a certain length of an article. I mean, I remember one of my articles, I was short by like few words and they said to resubmit it. I was like, what the hell, man? So I feel that if you think it's long enough, it's long enough. And then also just being able to do you, as long as it's Bitcoin only content, write about Bitcoin in a fictional way, a non-fictional way. If you want to talk about it from a financial standpoint, so be it. But that's actually one of the reasons why I started Satoshi's Journal. With anyone that comes and writes. Oh, and then stories, Bitcoin stories. I wanted to hear Bitcoin stories from plebs. So we've had people write for us from Africa, South America, and they actually tell us their story, and people can go and read them. And I remember the first one submitted to us was from a person in somewhere in South Africa, and it was amazing.
What was the date of the first publication?
Let's see. We started in April of 2022, and the first publication would have probably been a little bit thereafter.
Isn't that Hitler's birthday?
No, that's 420.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Jeremy, you mentioned that you're a big fan of, you want people to do you. Well, and in my experience, there's no one better at doing himself than Greg Zach. So sounds perfect.
There we go. So do you, Greg, give us your Bitcoin story and write it however you want.
All right. I can do words. I have all the best words.
I'm not talking about words. Come on, guys. This is the Meme Factory.
It's like a potato salad recipe.
All right, man. So you also have a background as a Fed, right?
Yeah. I guess.
Spook.
So, no, it's different. See, well, it wasn't a spook. He was a Fed.
I guess.
Yeah. Most people would call me a spook. I worked with the federal government for 16 years. I was a civil engineer for the Department of Interior. I built roads, campgrounds,
spaceships,
dams, and then when I went to the agriculture, and I was an agricultural engineer, that was an awesome job. I got to go to farms for 5 years all over New Mexico.
What is an agricultural engineer? I've never even heard that.
Yeah, so basically, if you go on a farm and they'll have a big field and they'll either irrigate by just flooding their field with water from a ditch like the Egyptians did, or they'll have a sprinkler, or they'll have micro irrigation, which is like a drip system underneath the ground. What we would do is when we go to a farm, if they're flood irrigating, that's not considered the most efficient use of water because you lose water to the sun, wind, and so we would have them pipe their ditch water in a pipe, and then you have more efficient use of water. So I would engineer the pipelines. We'd engineer ponds. We'd engineer sprinklers. Oh man, we did a lot. We even helped fight fires. I learned a lot at that because my background. I'm not an agricultural engineer. I'm a civil engineer. So I became an agricultural engineer by being infused in a situation.
Osmosis, right?
Osmosis.
Comes in.
Okay, my latest incoming info from my Bitcoin conspiracy friend. He's saying you were packing up the good soil, American soil, and sending that to China and replacing it with bad soil.
Butt soil?
Butt soil? Oh.
Like the kind you make in the toilet?
Yeah.
The stuff you send to
Poop soil.
Yeah,
segue.
Wait,
let's talk about this.
Is poop soil good soil?
It's called nightshade.
So
yeah, butt soil is good actually. And now that we know that's what you sent to Peter, I actually have.
I did it.
I have butt soil in my field, and it comes from goats and donkeys.
Nice.
I think Suscorp might be selling some butt soil next week.
Yes.
Speaking about the Chinese, though, the Chinese own a lot of agricultural land in the U.S. Actually, they actually export some of their pigs from the U.S. to China because it's cheaper. So that's kind of sad, actually. There's the farmers and ranchers are
do that math for me. How is it cheaper to raise them here and then ship them halfway across the world?
I have no idea, man. And another thing I found out, this was from Texas Slim, is that we get most of our beef from Brazil.
Yep.
And so the stamped USDA deal, it's not freaking USDA. I mean, it's freaking Brazilian cows. So I have a huge place in my heart for farmers, having helped them. They're actually the ones that inspired me to just be like a hobby farmer and just kind of be self-sustainable.
All right, so the government took your skill set and said, we don't need this, learn this new skill set. And then you were like, yes, sir. And and you got a new degree in agricultural butt soil, and then how did this translate into Satoshi's journal? I'm trying to follow this here. You went from one engineering system to another engineering system to butt soil to writing. Like, where's the
Well, my travels through work didn't really equivocate to Bitcoin. Really, I've always been entranced by trying to become financially free, and so I've been studying everything from like freaking stocks to real estate, to gold to silver. Gold and silver is really what started my journey into Bitcoin. I started studying money like for 10 years now plus, and I'm still learning. And when I got into Bitcoin, I can imagine like, holy crap, I'm studying even more. But my understanding of real estate and gold and silver is really what caused my journey into Bitcoin. I realized it was the best real estate ever. It was the best form of gold, and it's all basically math and science and engineering. And real estate really helped me understand Bitcoin. Like I said, particularly when I started listening to Michael Saylor, the way he broke down how basically Bitcoin is digital real estate, that you can't move a farm or ranch from Montana to Japan just like that.
Digital city in cyberspace.
Yeah, right. It's right. And yeah, when he gave analogies like that, I was like, holy mackerel, he was a huge orange pill person for me.
That was it. That was it. Just Sailor. You were listening to Sailor while you were doing butt soil, and then you were like, "I'm a Bitcoiner. I'm gonna write about Bitcoin." That's what I understood. That's what I took out of that.
That's what happened to me too. So
Becca is eating. Becca is eating. I just wanted to point it out. While you were talking, she was eating twice.
Before we move past
What's she eating?
butt soil,
Things.
before we move past butt soil, I want to talk to Yellow about this current beef he's got with P McD.
Jeremy McCormack.
Yeah, McCuck. Yeah.
I'm not.
Wait. His current beef?
A current beef. You see, he told me before the show he's got a current beef, and I can't let it go. I'll be thinking about it the whole stream. So
okay, I'm not having a beef, but because I'm.
You already said poop. You already said poop.
No comment. The thing is, for a while now, we all know what he's doing, right? He will find a fact that it's partially used. Yes, it's a real fact that people use fucking Tether over Tron or whatever because it's a dead network, so the fees are nothing. So it's cheap. No shit, dude. Wow, you found something extremely groundbreaking, amazing. Nobody uses Tron. Amazing news, breaking news, and he will create a tweet out of it or a narrative out of it just to when he's bored or his analytics show that his engagement is down, and he will like create a new tweet about it, and he will be like, "What? I'm just like saying about the facts. Don't you want to hear about the facts? I'm not saying about the facts. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything here. I'm not doing anything. I don't like drama. And then he would do that for 2-3 days, and then he would use the same excuses over and over again. Excuses that I pre-wrote in a plank here when we had him, and he used them in 5 fucking minutes. In 5 fucking minutes, he used all his excuses, and I'm like, Peter, dude, you're so obvious, and you think that you're so clever that you're not. Or you think that we're also idiots that we're not? That it's very, very funny to me. It's very, very funny to me. And yeah, okay. Now he's doing the whole cycle again. Controversial theme. People are outraged. Engagement is up. When things settle, he's gonna use the excuses. What, dude? I made a mistake. Okay, I made a mistake. Don't you do mistakes? Or he's gonna use the excuse. I changed my opinion. Don't you ever change your opinion? You have one opinion for all your life, man. Come on, man. Or the other excuse, one of my favorites. I'm just an idiot, dude. I'm just an idiot. I'm trying to learn things, you know. So it's so obvious to me, and it's so funny, and he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it. I guess he keeps doing it because people keep on falling for it.
People are dumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
In aggregate, we're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Peter McCormack.
All right, so Jeremy, part of the impetus for the ad copy today was I found out that you have a farm with miniature goats and miniature donkeys, and I wanted you to tell me a little bit about this farm, your Short King farm.
Yeah, I was actually going to take you outside to look at them if you wanted to.
Take you outside. What do you mean?
Let's go.
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
give
Hey,
us a
let's go on a
tour.
field
That's one
trip.
of the best
Let's go on a
things.
field
Yeah.
trip.
Field trip. Yay.
I'll take you out,
Let's
and
go.
let me change to. I
Does your
think
wife?
I'm on-
Does your Wi-Fi work out there? We're gonna freeze up.
Well,
Says the
I
guy
have
who
it on
keeps freezing
Wi-Fi
up.
and I have it on. Here's what I'll do: is let me change.
I
it.
know from personal experience.
Exactly. Wireless fidelity.
See, I'm relying on LTE
Oh, we already
right
lost
now.
him. We already lost him. Shit.
Oh,
I
shit.
told you.
Shit.
I told you.
Shit.
And back to the Peter McCormick slander.
Stream test. So anyway, do we have more poop in the mail? Is that a? Oh, he's
Hey,
back.
can you guys?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
There you
good. The sound. Okay, so
You're
Right,
sideways
see,
again.
You are sideways. There you go. You fixed it.
You gotta turn your lock screen on. I think.
Yep.
yeah, probably so. All right, so here's the tour. I'll show you. Where the hell are they at?
They're so small.
Yeah, they're so small you can't see them.
His
But
property is so big.
I'll show you my field first.
I got to tell you, Jeremy, my mom is the most excited viewer right now because she loves anytime somebody gives us a tour. So you're doing me a huge favor here.
That's right there is 1.375 acres, and I irrigate. There's a ditch right there. That's where the water comes
You're
out.
doing the ditch irrigation that you just shat all over.
Well, no. Well, yeah. I tried.
Uh-oh.
I
Lark.
tried to.
Jeremy
He's
the
a water
Lark.
maxi.
I
Typical Fed.
No.
Bad.
I tried to get the pipe system, but it was so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So I couldn't. It was a shitload of money. And so, anyways, here's my goats.
Hey, goats.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow.
Hey, I like goats.
I don't know if I remember all the names like my wife does, but
I know them.
this one's
This one,
That's
This one-
Lucy.
Lucy, Stinky.
I'm interested
This
in
one-
yellow naming them. That's what I'm.
that one's
Yeah, okay.
that one's güero, meaning Spanish. That's a white in Spanish. This one is Thunder.
Blanco.
Oh,
That's
shoot.
standard.
Right.
That's one. That one I want.
That's the one you want.
For
Look at that little one.
shawarmas.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
with the yellow?
these ones were born. These ones were born like about 3 months ago.
Dang.
Aw.
Look at those little goats.
How big do they
Daddies
get?
are up. The daddies. They get. You can probably. It's easy to pick them up. They're about maybe 50 pounds. This is going to be
Well,
the new
that's
dad.
easy to pick them up is different
Oh, he's
between
a-
yellow.
he's a
and
bad
like Big Sean.
motherfucker.
He's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
They
look
get to be
bad.
about a
one right
sixth of the size of a human
Yo.
potato.
That's mine
That one-
right there. That's
That
mine.
one's the dad. His name's Timmy.
He
We
looks
named
like
him
an
after.
asshole.
We named him after the South Park Timmy. And then this is his. This is his son.
Okay, good. Keep them together. Train them.
He's already trying to mate with the. And then the donkeys, though, you don't have to find them. They're probably around the corner over here.
How many donkeys do you
But
have?
actually, I have the donkeys because the donkeys are they're my guard dogs. Actually, they'll actually fend off. Not that I have a
You got some guard donks?
guard dog. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Ducks
they
are
actually-
dangerous.
Guard donks.
They'll fend off a freaking coyote. They'll stomp him to death. Let's see if I can find
Yeah.
them there.
Donkeys are no joke.
Greg's just saying.
I'm just saying.
Greg's just saying.
I don't have them in the field because I'm trying to let the field seed for. I have grass in there, so.
Before you
Oh, there they are.
before you ditch water it in the most water abusive way possible.
Well, here's a funny thing: is there's actually people that I used to work with that said that, and I believe them actually. They say that ditch irrigation is more efficient than flood irrigation, and they have some good points. All right, so this is Honey. She has she's partly both of these are rescue animals, and that one is so Honey, and this one is Ginger.
All right, so help me out. I don't understand why donkeys.
Oh, because first of all,
They're
they
awesome.
were
Man.
I don't
They were
disagree that they're awesome, but like they're clearly serving a purpose for Jeremy.
Yeah, like what's the purpose of a donkey? What do donkeys
Milk.
do?
the purpose is for them to. They're my guard dogs. They'll
Just
actually
guard
fend off.
donks. Okay,
Guard donks.
Yeah.
guard donks. All right, so
And
then
then
what's the purpose of the goats?
The goats
The
is
goats are goats, man. What do you mean? They're fucking
Yeah.
goats.
I will send you to rope immediately.
So this one, she's really nice. She likes to rub against you. She likes to be scratched.
No.
She actually will put her muzzle in your side to get your attention. But both of these were actually rescue. See how she backs up and she comes over here?
Yeah.
She likes to be petted. But the deal is, they were both
Poor
rescued.
woman.
They were. I found them in a pen. I found them in a pen that were like 25 by 25. And this one right here, she had a little muzzle
Meters,
growing
feet, inches.
inside. Sorry.
25 by 25 what? Cubits?
No, feet. Sorry.
Okay, I got you.
See, she's tapping me. See her. She likes to be. She likes to be. Whenever
likes
you
the
don't give her attention.
This is my picture of me with my goat.
Wait, I'm not
Um,
seeing-
I found him. I rescued him from Chernobyl.
Oh my
Uh,
god!
Yeah, he's a little bit let's say special, but I really love the guy. He's a nice goat.
Yellow, when are you gonna get on your donkey with Ben Sessions? You need to ride your donkey with BTC Sessions.
I don't know what kind of sexual innuendo
Wait,
that is, son.
No.
Do any of these donkeys have a name similar to Ben?
Remember?
I
No,
don't know.
because you gave him a ride on your bike.
Okay.
Do any of these donkeys have a name similar to Ben? And can we dye a streak of blonde hair in any of them?
Yes, let's do it.
You guys would be. You guys would
Oh,
the donkey.
That's the spot.
Eyes.
that's a happy dog.
you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
Wait,
goats are-
yellow. Voice over like you're the donkey.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, all right. let's-
Do behind the ear. Yes.
Yeah.
Please behind the ear. Oh yeah. That's it. That's the spot. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, master.
It's funny if you come out here sometimes, the goats are actually on top of the donkeys. They just jump on them and ride them. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh, just like surfboards.
they do
Yeah,
the
they
same
just jump
here
on
with
them. And
cars.
they
Surf
prance on
dunks.
top and and the donkeys.
They
love
do
it.
the same here with we have in islands like free goats running around, and stupid tourists put their cars below trees for the shade, and then all the goats like stomp on the car.
Oh man, that's funny. Jeez. Hey, am I still showing up as sideways or is this right ways?
You're not showing up at all.
I don't know.
Yeah, nice rocks.
Oh shit.
That's
Oh,
some
no, I
sweet
was-
wood
no,
you
I
got
mean-
there, Jeremy.
Yeah.
What I mean is my video showing sideways or a portrait? Landscape or portrait?
You're showing Sean a big portrait pile of wood, which is I'm sure is getting him real excited.
And an ass.
Yeah.
With an
Oh.
ass.
And an
Let's
ass.
go.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
would.
Right, Jeremy.
would.
As you go inside, I'm gonna ask Yellow some more shit about his beef with Peter here. Give me
Yeah,
one.
go ahead, man.
All right,
Okay.
Yellow.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do to make him stop?
I'm thinking about. Okay, listen up.
Yes.
Hope.
Yes.
Hope, right?
Poop, I got it.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
with you.
You got what?
I
You got
follow.
what?
I follow.
Yeah, okay. But with a spin. Yellow die.
Ooh.
That's a terrible idea.
Okay. But think about it. He's gonna see a yellow thing and he's like, okay, finally, no poop.
Yeah.
And he's gonna open it and then the smell is gonna be 100% poop.
Exactly. Now,
It doesn't matter what dye it is.
but do you think yellow dye is going to make him know it was you? Shouldn't you use like a different color? Or is that the point? You want to send him a message? Like, I know, I see you.
I think he's gonna get. I don't know. I don't know actually with Peter. Is he gonna get the message?
What excuse
Maybe
would he
yellow
use?
dye.
What excuse
maybe
would he
yellow
use to
dye-
not get it?
Maybe yellow dye and just a printout of my eyes in the middle of the book.
Subtle.
I
You'll
did
never
not
know.
send. I did not send poop to Peter. Come on, guys.
Yet.
Yet. Twice.
The more you
Yet.
deny it, the more it sounds like you did do it.
I did not. The Hex guy did it. Come on.
All right, so Jeremy's back in the house. He's got a stable connection
Bob told
again.
me that I forgot to show you guys the poop.
The
You guys
poof?
want to see?
You can
the
show
poop?
us poop?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
in the field.
Yeah.
You guys want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, why not?
I guess
Live
there's a
poop.
market. I guess there's a market for that. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's since Thunder, or sorry, since Yellow wants to see the poop.
We're going to see poop, everybody.
There's plenty of it around here.
That's a new low for this show. I love it.
Is
This is
it poop
fantastic.
ground or just poop?
You might be able to just see them actually poop for you if you want. Let's see.
No, I don't know if
Live
I don't want
poop.
to. I don't
Let's
know if I
go.
want to two donks one cup.
Not that bad.
Goats
I mean-
actually poop like in small balls. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like
like
Blue or
rabbits.
Alex, if you ever seen it.
It's a
I mean,
rabbit
unbeknownst to everybody, it's actually in. They're
Yeah.
eating some.
They're
I've
like
always-
in fucking. They're
I've
like
always
in
been-
fucking keto. They're shooting like small bullets. Like.
I've always been
That's
curious. How do yellows poop?
See.
There you go.
Ah,
Look
yeah.
at that. All right.
Classic goat poop.
Classic.
Great.
And we've hit a low, people.
You can actually use that for paintball. Very few people know it.
You can, but should you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
If
mean,
you hate the,
actually, here's a
if you
fun
hate the opponent very much,
If you hate, so if you were playing against Peter McCormick,
yeah, you're gonna use paintballs out of goat poop.
yeah, makes sense.
Hey, interesting fact about goat poop. This is donkey poop. Goat
That's something Sean will make.
when goats poop, when goats poop, their
Big old
excrement.
donkey poop.
When goats poop, their excrement is inert. So they use goats to actually eat noxious weeds, and their excrement won't excrete the seeds so that they plant them again.
Wow,
So there's
nice.
actually pretty cool uses out of goats.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough.
Oh.
That's enough poop, I think.
I mean,
That's enough. That's enough walking.
we could
around.
go on for a while if you like.
Yeah. So
But-
how much to ship this to the UK? How many
How much
sats?
Basically,
much
she's
did it
asking,
cost
does
you
she
to
have to
ship
pay anything on top of shipping?
Yellow should remember I sent him some. How much did it cost you, Yellow? And then how much did it cost you?
I don't know nothing about that.
All right.
I'll stay out here. I'll stay out here for a little bit if you guys don't mind.
No
Pretty nice,
comprendo Inglesia.
Taco, spicy.
That's racist as fuck, you two. Perfect for the show.
For
Yeah.
real.
I can do it. I can do it.
What do
I'm
you
Greek,
mean, you
okay?
people?
What do you mean? I told somebody on the phone, "What do you mean, you people?" Today, it was hilarious to me, but not to them. Now, Jeremy, talk.
No, tell us what happened. Come on.
He was like, "What are you people setting this out for?" And I was like, "What do you mean, you people?"
What did he say?
He just like it was dead. It was dead air for a minute. I was like, "Sir," he's like, "I just want to buy my car." I was like, "All right." Let's not take it to the racism point, I guess. All right.
That's one of the things that very few people in on Bitcoin Twitter will ever know the small videos Craig sends from his work when he's really bored, and he will troll like customers. Basically. It's hilarious.
Only the assholes. Only
we
the
cannot
assholes.
share it. We cannot share.
The cat's out of the bag now. All right, so Jeremy, talk to me. What was the impetus for the kids' books? Because that is super interesting to me.
The impetus for the kids' books was there wasn't enough out there, and I had been talking to my wife for a while about doing my own, and the importance. So actually, if you guys haven't heard of Shamory, I was partly inspired by them. And when I had my son, he's only 3 years old. This was one of his first children's books. I read this to him almost every night. And what I noticed when I was reading it to him was he was captivated by the moon, and then he would look at the Bitcoin symbol. And when he got of age, he loved the moon, so he'd say moon, 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 and then he'd say B, and then I'd say Bitcoin. So from basically since he was born till now, he now calls it Bitcoin. But their book was very it teaches kids a lot about Bitcoin. And so like for instance, on this one, you see the Bitcoin B, then you see the planet. So I would tell him this is El Mundo, the Earth, and then this is Una Planeta, a planet, and then the stars. And then he would learn, and he would count all the Bitcoin moons, and he'd sometimes count the stars. So what I observed after reading him these books and others is he was subliminally becoming a Bitcoiner and learning about math, shapes, colors, numbers. And so I try to do the same thing with my children's books. And the more children's books, the better in my mind.
All right, and how many do you have at this point?
I have all the Bitcoin. You have keys? Okay. There's the keys, buddy. So all the children's books that I know that exist that are Bitcoin.
Got. What?
These are this is by Shamory. It's an awesome book. Good Night Bitcoin. Their other book is this one, If You Give a Monster a Bitcoin. This one is made by Bitcoin for Kiddos. That one's called Bitcoin for Kiddos. Then this one's by that what's his name? He's a Mason. Brecky, I think it's Brecky. Yeah, Rhyming Bitcoin. This one's like a Dr. Seuss Bitcoin children's book.
Freemason, or he just works with stone?
Yeah, he works with stone, and yeah, he does some awesome sculptures. And then this one is by the Bitcoin Rabbi, Bitcoin Money. And then this is the one that I just did, Super Satoshi.
Tell me about Super Satoshi.
So Super Satoshi, basically, the story is that Super Satoshi comes from a galaxy with a superpower called Bitcoin. And prior to him getting there, the moms and dads and children of the earth are sad because time-stealing monsters are stealing their time. So those are the time-stealing monsters.
I love this concept.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the sad moms and dads, and those are the sucky coins right there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're sad. And then once they learn about Bitcoin, he blesses the earth with Bitcoin. Then it shows him happy. I don't go into the technicals on Bitcoin or anything like that, but I try to do it so that and then this is Super Satoshi fighting off the monsters.
Mm.
So I'll read you one excerpt that says the time monsters told the world's lies like Bitcoin will live the skies.
Thank you for making the monsters not yellow.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that, yeah, they aren't yellow. Gosh dang it, I'm going to do the next one with the yellow one.
Oh,
Yes.
But yeah, so the time monsters told the children and the adults of the earth, Bitcoin will litter the skies, and they spread FUD like Bitcoin will be a dud. Even worse, they chanted Bitcoin is a scam, run away as fast as you can. So, like I said, he's just fighting them off. Yeah, so that was really the emphasis behind Super Satoshi. He's a superhero. No one knows who he is, so you can basically analogize into whatever you want. But he basically came to rid the earth of time-stealing monsters. And the time-stealing monsters, subliminally, it's the Federal Reserve, the government, just any king or queen of the past, any freaking dictator. As long as those monsters have control over the money, they're stealing all of our time, which is the most valuable thing. So if I could depict that to a little child or their parents,
your mother-in-law.
Now, Jeremy, back up, because I understand the concept of
They are stealing
a
monsters.
monster stealing your time, but it's a tough concept to walk through. I know you've watched a lot of Sailor, so I'm sure that's where you formulated this analogy. Can you walk the audience through why inflation of money is a stealing of time?
Yeah, sure. So how is it that somebody, namely the government, can create money out of thin air? If you or I were to do that, that's called counterfeiting. Governments around the world, they can legally counterfeit money. That's what they're doing. They're counterfeiting money. Every time they print more money, and there's also a difference between money and currency. That's another thing that I've been learning. Money is a store of value. That's what Bitcoin is. And before Bitcoin, it was gold. That was the closest thing that people could have that was a store of value. Currency is not a store of value. And that's the difference. So the U.S. government is printing currency out of thin air as much as they want. And you go to work every day. And every day that you put in your 8-hour day or your 10-hour day, whatever it is, they're printing. You're getting paid in what they're printing. So if they print more currency than what they had yesterday, what you went to work for yesterday is not the same as the next day, because if they printed more the next day, you have to work that much harder to be able to get the same amount. So essentially, you have no control. It's called a hidden tax. And one of the biggest things behind teaching children about Bitcoin is I was never taught about money in school. And so it's important that from the onset, all my family that works their asses off very, very hard, all your family that works their butt off, they know that every time they go to work, they're taking one step forward and 10 steps backwards because of inflation. And I like to analogize it to just people raking leaves in the wind. Who wants to go to work and rake leaves in the wind? No one does. No one likes to, work and know that basically their value, their time, is just being raked away or blown away by the wind. I don't know if I did that justice, but that's how I
let me try to unpack what you said. If I understand what you're saying, is that people go to work every day, right? Either on an hourly wage or a salary, putting in the same, trading their hours, their limited hours, their finite hours for X dollars every day, right? But in the background, somebody's making those dollars worth less and less and less and less on a daily basis. So they're stealing your time. Is that what you're getting after?
Yeah, that's much better and well said. I mean, it's very important to, when you're educating, to keep it simple. Like the way you kept it simple like that, it's like the most important way that we're going to be able to teach people. I have a hard time sometimes distilling things, and so by writing this book and then by trying to teach people about Bitcoin over the last couple of years, it's helped me become a better educator. And I think that's what all Bitcoiners are. There are a lot of things, but they are educators. And we basically, when we're on spaces or on podcasts like this, iron sharpens iron, and we're just becoming better educators. And
if there's one thing that this podcast is, it's an educational podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I learned a lot. You guys learned a lot too. You guys got to see my donkey shit and my goat shit, so that was cool.
Yeah,
I missed it.
It was. Yeah,
Here's
you
my
missed a
sister.
lot, Rusty.
Can we recap on that one? Or is it too late?
Well, he's
No,
got
it's a very big farm. It's very far away.
he's got
Yes,
donk
yeah.
cards.
Okay. All right, just leave it. Just leave it. I'll catch. I'll watch it later.
All right, now Other Barry's been bugging me to ask this question for a couple of weeks now. It's I'm gonna butcher it when I get to it, but have you ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? We'll see.
Oh,
So there's a concept in the show where each of the characters gets to have their own day, where they impose their will on everybody else on the show. So like, there's a D day, there's a Mac day, and they get to do whatever that character wants for the entire day. It's usually ridiculous. But if you had your own Jeremy day, what would you impose on your coworkers as activities for that day?
if I had my own Jeremy band,
Jeremy Day. Well, we know you had a band. It was the Grateful Dead. You guys did
Oh.
live shows.
Jeremy Day. If I had my own Jeremy Day and I can impose upon people what to do,
You choose the activities for the day. Nobody can talk back to you. Nobody can talk down to you. Nobody can criticize the day.
What's your
Nobody can
ideal
criticize
day?
the activities. You
Your
choose.
ideal day. Yeah.
It's not your ideal
Oh,
day. He
man.
also he's getting to impose this on others. It's part of that.
Again, that's
I would
That
would
says more
force
about you than it does Jeremy at this point.
I would force them to write
What?
Bitcoin children's books, and I would adamantly do it, probably with a whip.
Yeah.
And
Like-
Oh,
like-
now we're
well,
talking. Let's go.
like color
Yeah.
between
No,
the
I
lines. You went over the line. Whoosh.
I mean, like I said, education.
Color in the
is also
lines.
one thing. Yeah, I mean, I would have them do something educational, and they would probably hate me for it. That would be the maybe serious Jeremy, the unserious Jeremy. I mean, I would just freaking buy a crap load of beer and just alcohol in general, and we'd all have a good time and just talk about Bitcoin. That would be what they'd have to do.
That's good, Jeremy.
But the non-serious Jeremy would have them drink water and eat bread and write children's books on Bitcoin.
Nice.
I like it.
I like it too. Oh man. Yo, I feel like I cut you off here earlier. Were you about to say something else?
Me?
Yeah, you. Is there another
No.
yellow in the stream?
Who knows, man? I don't know. I have so many things in my mind.
How much poop are you going to send to Peter this time?
I don't know.
Like 21% more than the last time?
I don't know. The fees are high now. Like UPS is bugging me. Like, what is this?
Oh,
And I'm saying like just it's like samples or something. I don't know what to
yeah.
say.
Mm.
All right. So
Did you do another interview with Peter or something? I saw you post a clip of you talking to Peter.
No,
Was that an
that's
old one?
an old interview that he's saying the same bullshit. That's
okay.
what it's funny about.
all right, so
Okay.
Jeremy has the famous quote. It's be the change that you want to see in the world. It's a Martin Luther King quote. I'm sure you may or may not be familiar with it. But you definitely act like you know the saying because you put a big impetus on supporting Bitcoin creators in general. I just wanted you to talk about why maybe that's important to you.
I think that all Bitcoin only companies, individuals, organizations, nonprofit, for-profit, all Bitcoin only people should be supported. I kind of liken it like this. I have a lot of breweries in my state. Actually, supposedly we have the most amount of breweries per capita in my state. When you go to a brewery, the owner is this very complimentary or of the other breweries, and they're always saying, "Hey, there's this brewery. Have you been there?" Or they do this, and they're always just like supporting each other. So all these breweries, it's not like they're the only game in town. They try to support each other, and that's actually the number one thing that I try to do. We try to do is just if there's a new Bitcoin case for a node, or if there's a company that makes that, or there's a new company that makes Bitcoin t-shirts or hats. I got this hat at the Pacific Bitcoin Conference, and then I had a graphics guy out of LA who's a Bitcoiner create this for me. His name's Extemos, I got to meet him at Pacific Bitcoin Conference. So I try to use our Satoshi Journal platform to retweet all of the good stuff that's being made in Bitcoin. And I bought some Bitcoin soap at the Mass Adoption Festival in Boston about 3 weeks ago. And this guy literally makes yellow soap. Actually, I can show it to you guys if you want. And it has a bee in it. And it's a huge talking piece. That's an educational thing right there. Whenever people come and wash their hands of their dirty fiat hands, they'll actually see that bee and they're like, what the hell is that? And then that's a talking point, or talking piece. So anything that can be used as an educational means, games. We actually have a game. It's a 52 card poker playing deck. I wish I had one with me. As gosh dang it! And it actually just has every card has a learning fact about Bitcoin. So as you're playing poker with your friends in your drunken stupor or non-drunken stupor, you can learn about Bitcoin, and you can learn what a node is. You can learn what decentralization is. My friend and teammate Phil Needs Creations, he's the one that was the mastermind behind it. So I think definitely we need more games in Bitcoin, because that's when you make it fun to learn. That's how the kids will learn, and especially for adults as well. I mean, you could play solitary, or you could play poker, or you can play speed and learn. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Don't know if you know the rules, but Rusty's got his hand up, which means we have to
Yep.
interrupt you and get to Rusty's question.
Sorry. I didn't see his hand.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
Open your mic.
Accept his apology. We need to.
Open your mic.
Okay, so to go on the game thing, I've noticed that my son plays Roblox, and there's heaps of like Doge shit in there. Like there's this game where he's like, you got to upgrade to get the Doge toilet, which like makes you fart, faster, and you can get, anyway. I reckon there's got to be more Roblox games and levels with Bitcoin in it. That's my opinion. It's not really a question.
Okay.
What Bitcoin computer games are there out there? There's a question.
Oh, there's actually a game that I found the other day and I retweeted
What?
it. If you guys have ever tried to learn another language, there's a app called Duolingo, and this game that was created, I think it's called. Actually, I have the app on my phone. Let me look real quick. It is called Wiser, YZER, and it's much like Duolingo as far as how it's situated. The game. You can learn about all things Bitcoin and earn Satoshis, and it's a free app, and I highly recommend it. I just found it the other day, so you can do it on your phone, which is a computer. So definitely check out Wiser. That's an awesome game.
What did I miss?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
No, I'm laughing the same thing I think Becca was laughing at with him telling us that the phone is also a computer. Which he's not incorrect. It's just funny.
It's true. It is a computer.
It's absolutely correct.
Why does Jeremy keep going sideways? What's
You
that
know
about?
what? You weren't here at the beginning. You're gonna have to deal with it and just not ask questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Unless you raise your hand.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. My phone. It's just my phone. I'm trying to find a picture of the card game so I can show it to you guys.
All right, Jeremy. So we got a couple of questions we need to get to. We're getting towards the end of the pod here. Been very generous with your time. So I want to ask you if you have anything that you want to shill to the 9 people who are currently watching.
Well, I would say unselfishly, if you're listening, if you have a skill set, whatever it is, use that skill set and create something educational for Bitcoin.
That's not what I asked. I want you to show what you're working on. God damn it.
Oh, okay. And then the selfish side is.
This is worse than
Satoshi
it.
Journal.
Why are you sideways?
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, let me show you something real quick. I have it right here. Can I share my screen real quick?
You should be able to. I think I got it set up so you can. Yep.
Yeah, I think it will. Let's see if I just want to show my screen. Start now, and then I'll show you my
Is that
Yeah, that's my son. So I don't know if you can see that right side up, but those are the cards that we created. Can
what
you
I
see
saw
that
was a
straight up?
grinder app on the main screen. You want to go
Ah.
back?
Can you guys see this or is it sideways?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are our playing cards. So there's 52 cards, and my friend and teammate Phil Needs Creations, that's who he goes by on Twitter. He was the mastermind, and he came up with all the facts on these cards. So when you're playing cards, you can look and you can see who Satoshi was. You can learn what a note is, and there's 52 versions of that. So if you're so inclined, I mean, we have that's our first and only Bitcoin game, and then the children's book is actually. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's grinder
If I can
again.
go. Oh, there's.
Yeah, Meme Factory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't exist though. Don't look for them. Don't look for them.
Yeah, it's actually it's right here, and then
God, you're just
the
dodging
car. This is the
everybody
book.
tonight.
So that's the children's book, and I mean the reason why it's so expensive, unfortunately, is if I want to send it to like Africa, it's the shipping. The book is $15, but if I send it to Africa, they tell me it's like about $20 to $30, and so I'm like, gosh, dang it, that sucks.
And that's
So
why
what I'm gonna
Barter
probably
rug pulls you.
yeah, what I'm gonna try to do is make an e version so that I don't have to deal with having people pay so much because
I was
the whole
gonna ask
point
you
of
to please clear your notifications. They were making me cancel.
Yeah, wow.
God damn.
yeah, I have all kinds. Well, I got this stupid virus the other day. I don't know what the hell
Oh,
happened,
I can tell
and
you why.
I-
It's the grinder.
Bed.
and anyway, so yeah, sorry, there's all kinds of stupid notifications. I got to get rid of them. But let me try to turn off the share screen. I don't know how you let's see how do you do this.
All right, maybe I can help you.
Sorry.
Stop.
Oh, you got it.
Share.
Okay, cool.
Just
Bingo,
dock
got
stuff
it.
like that.
All right, so I'm gonna hand this off to Rusty. He's gonna run with the RD question this evening. If you don't know the RD question, you're about to find out.
Oh, hey, cuz, we're having a choice day. We're having a totally choice day,
He's not
Um,
Morty from. He's not fucking Morty, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy, I was wondering if the meme factory did exist. Now it's kind of a blend of a New Zealand I was trying to do a New Zealand accent the whole time, but it's kind of going into
It's
English
like a
again.
voice from Morty from Rick and Morty, but with a British New Zealand accent. I like it.
Yeah. You like I'll stick with it?
You would.
So Jeremy, I was wondering if the meme factory did exist, and we all know it doesn't. Troy says, "Hey, which one of us would you mute? Which one of us would you retweet? And which one of us would you like? And which one of us would you zap?"
Did this last one get up there?
I would zap Becca. I would mute you. I would retweet.
When you say you would mute you, so just so we're yeah, because we don't have anyone in the meme factory called you.
I think he's talking about World of Rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that looks like a knight that has a sword and trying to talk.
Yeah,
a
Tone
different
Vase.
language.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that does all the cool art. That one. That's what you mean.
And I would retweet.
He's about to never
Yellow.
do any work for you.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's too
Sorry,
late.
man.
It's too late. Don't apologize. He did it.
Yeah.
So,
He deserves it.
yeah, he has-
Mhm. Yeah.
It's fair. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, so we got a mute and a retweet. What else we got? We got a like, and we got a zap.
Oh, the like. Yeah, I got the zap. Zap is back up. The like, I'll do Sean Harris, and then of course, the retweet was yellow.
Okay.
So that would be my like, retweet, mute, and zap.
And a fuck you, Greg.
Oh! Yeah, it's not often I don't get either a retweet or
Yeah.
a mute, so I'm happy. All right. So, Jeremy, do you know what happens at block height 840,000?
That's the happening, isn't it?
That's the halving!
No,
Do you have any plans for the halving?
it's not the halvening.
Okay, so I'm trying to get my wife, who's not
The
here right now. I
halving.
wish she was.
She'll be watching later.
I want.
It'll totally sell her on the idea.
She's going. She went. Just left. But I want to go. I wanted to take her.
Go where?
She's just.
You want to go
She's
where?
just scared. To El Salvador
For what?
for the halving.
What halving?
Party!
Party!
Halving party.
Yes!
Halving.
It's gonna be
Halving.
a freaking riot. It's gonna be amazing, and I want her to go. But if she doesn't go, hopefully she'll let me go. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go vicariously through everyone that's going, and then just see what
go
happens.
with her.
But I
Bring
mean,
the
I would
family.
love to go. Yeah, well, we have a 3-year-old, and she's just a little bit in the country. We've been to Jamaica and Italy, but we didn't have a baby then, so she's as a mother, she's just a little she's protective, of course. So I hope I can go, man. I would love to. You guys, it's gonna be a ball.
All right, so we're gonna put you down on the website as attending. Perfect.
Yes.
Now,
Bring your goats.
bring the dump
Yeah.
guards and the goats.
Oh, if I
Yes,
bring my
yeah.
goats, you guys will. Some people will probably try to cook them.
All right. So
Yes, I will make a sandwich.
Before we play this out, tell everybody where they can find you and where they can find Satoshi's Journal.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. www.satoshisjournal.com. That's the website. The Twitter handle at Satoshi's Journal. SA. So it's right here. That's how it's spelled. And those are our two main places. So if you want to find anything about us, just follow us on Twitter
That's already.
and go to the website. Yeah, it's in the show notes. Thanks.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
Sorry, Rusty's got a question. We can't go to yet. Rusty.
Not a question. It's a public service announcement while we're wrapping up. I have completed packing 45 yellows into boxes, and they will be shipping out very shortly. It took a while to pack them,
Those
but I just
45
want to let
already
everyone
have
know.
names.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we're
Nice.
up to 50. I think we're up to 50 homes. A couple of
Nice.
people ordered 2.
That was
Rope.
Rope. That was Rope. Rope actually ordered 6 over 3 different accounts.
Actually, he's
Yes.
I gotta be honest. He was LARPing. He's only ordered 1.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, totally.
Ugh,
Brad,
what a lark.
Brad Mills and Broken System are the two people that ordered 2. Thanks, Brad. He tried to buy them with Ethereum.
I remember that shit.
Oh my goodness.
We,
Can't dump that
we
on
basically
us.
told him to go fuck himself,
Yes,
and then he paid in Bitcoin. So we're good.
Nice.
Thanks, Brad.
You were like, no, Brad Mills can't pay in Ethereum. All right. Thanks,
Okay.
everybody, for tuning in this evening. Have a safe night. Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks for your
Bye.
time, Jeremy.
I'll see you. Thanks a lot.